because I'm really kind. And this is me, RIBEA, ELISE. This is where I'm presenting it in this season. It is spring season. We're doing a Zara today. We're doing a H&M chiffon shirt. We're doing a lovely suit that we bought also with one of the Chinese designers. And we really love everything that we present. I really love everything these seasons, right? And today I really want us to just listen to how do I feel in the season when I'm fashioning, right? I know this look can really say a lot. I really had a song now that really goes in line with what I'm wearing today, right? It really goes in line with what I'm presenting today. It really goes in line with how I decide to present where I'm at in fashion season today, right? It is season. We are yet awaiting the blossomingness of that. And one person I've mentioned during this week that I'm one RIBEA that's very emotionally connected to how I'm feeling where I'm at, right? And that's where I'm at with the spring season. I'm very connected to how do I respond to what is happening in my season, right? I'm very connected to me, RIBEA, ELISE in the room when I'm presenting seasons, when I'm presenting fashion, when I'm presenting myself at any given day. Everyone has been introduced to me that has been introduced to me in somewhat way or the other, right? And while we are on a journey where it's everything new seasons, while we are on a journey where we acknowledge the designer, that there is now not only Zara today that have designed what I'm sharing, but the journey that I'm walking on this earth, right? Presenting myself, presenting me, RIBEA, ELISE, with what I'm deciding to wear in a season. Therefore, it's easy to go with any fashion in any season. Like we have learned over the years, fashion is everything that we present in any given season, right? Fashion is that I explained on my Instagram. It is the Louis Vuitton cup. And today I'm presenting that is how do I find myself on this journey, acknowledging myself, acknowledging my Mama Anna, Mama Universe home, acknowledging where we are journeying at in our season, right? The Louis Vuitton cup today, the Louis Vuitton cup today in its sports acknowledges Mama Anna, my universe womb. It acknowledges the invitation of journeys that we share on this earth, that we are human beings that walk this earth on a daily basis, right? And while it's a water sport, it's exactly inviting us into the room of the journey that is you presenting yourself in your season. My Mama Anna Philander house being my universe house in the birth womb on earth, acknowledging seasons of where the womb are presenting it, right? My Mama Anna had the friend sister Mutton, and I had the friend little Ludwig, and little Ludwig attended our the primary school with me, and the journey started even before that, right? So today with acknowledging the womb in its seasons, with acknowledging the Zara designer, that's one of the billionaires that stands today with the name Bill Gates also, even though he's not named Bill Gates in the person, right? It is that acknowledgement that the womb shares the journey with understanding that every part of the Louis Vuitton cup business would find its route to the countries that are yet still waiting on their processes. Every cup of enjoying any sports event that is an international funding event is acknowledging the circumstances in the international world. Every part of those educational journeys that we share, when we started our educational journey in primary school, into our university years, into our employment years, into acknowledging our very own businesses, we are really directing one another on a route to where's every process having to be at in our day while we are journeying on this earth, right? And while we have the advantage today to say that no Louis Vuitton cups information and meetings are now going to make Bill Gates more of a billionaire than he already is, right? Let us quickly get the camera angle right. And let us again remind us of what we are saying, that no amount of meetings today that acknowledges that today the Louis Vuitton cup in our season, this 2024 year, it acknowledges that there's countries that are having to be their businesses right? It acknowledges that who is the next information holder that holds information The way that Bill Gates was the information holder for where businesses and countries in poverty gets the information from. So it is acknowledging Mama Anna Philander, Mama Universe. It is acknowledging Mama Anna not as a baby amongst humanity, but as the processes that finds root to every international country and to every international people. People that knows today exactly what I'm saying word for word, would exactly translate and would exactly say that they can relate to what I'm saying today, right? Translated in their own explanations of where they find themselves at with everything that I'm sharing on my Instagram, with all the information that I'm sharing with them, they can exactly translate it to people that really doesn't know what RIBEA and ELISE are talking about, right? Half of the world's people look at all the information that I share and the halfway don't know where we are at, a generation of people. When you learn and you listen and you stay in the room, and you walk this journey with understanding what are we actually saying, where's the world actually at, where's fashion actually at in our season, where's businesses actually at, then you will find peace in understanding how we journey a road that today is the season's journey for certain people, but it's the complete birth womb that are represented in Mama Anna Philander, Mama Universe womb, in the communications and offices that we are building, that we are constructing, and that we are provided from amongst humanity, right? It is every part of our everyday lives on earth. It is every part of our journeys on earth. It is every part of excitement that, you know what, when I'm happy, my sister Antoinette always say, when she's happy, she wants her baby RIBEA, Elise's sister, to always be happy. When she's got what she needs, she wants baby RIBEA to also have what she needs, right? And such is this journey on earth. It is a 1+1 journey. We don't only think of ourselves, but we acknowledge one another on just this journey. We share information as thoroughly as we can. We discuss meetings as thoroughly as we can. And we really relay information to countries that are in poverty, that halfway don't know what we are saying, that halfway don't know what we are talking about, that halfway don't know what RIBEA ELISE are explaining when someone else is explaining it totally differently in America. And then today we acknowledge that the RIBEA that does not have to stand in America and explain the journey, but it accepts people that today has to listen to information that they halfway don't know what it means. A world that they halfway don't know where it's at. Processes that they halfway don't know where to find every other process at, right? And therefore today in building offers, thank you to Dubai, thank you Emirates teams for the times that I had to fly through Dubai, so that I can exactly understand where the world is at, so that I can exactly understand when you look at Dubai airport, how offices are being funded, where businesses in the international world are at. Every education and every journey on this earth are important, right? Thank you to Team Doha. I traveled through Doha when I came back from South Africa in 2021, April. And while I came from South Africa, and while I had a long year, I was then engaged to how after Dubai, well, Doha are constructed in accordance to offices and businesses in the international world. And therefore, teams, make your way to the poverty countries also. Find the route with the Louis Vuitton meetings. Have discussions that are in line with the 1+1 offers that by no means can half of the world wait for their finances. That by no means can half of the world wait for their finances. By no means can half of the world wait for the informations. By no means can I wear a Zara, a H&M, a China designer, Rico RIBEA China, and then half of the world is still waiting for the information, right? So let's find direction and the route to where processes are having to be at, where meetings are having to be at. When there's a Louis Vuitton Cup, then there's something new happening. When there's a Paris Olympics, then there's offices built amongst the international world. Let offices be built to not only now today focus on Bill Gates that already has his processes right, but that let Louis Vuitton Cup find its route and its direction to all the other countries that are waiting for the information, right? Let all of those sports events, Paris Olympics teams, after the Olympics meetings, it's not only sports events, it's international meetings. And once every country acknowledging all of the processes, the world would be a fine place for everyone. Everyone would have a fine journey through where they are at, and no one has to be so abreast like me, RIBEA, that has to shout to New Zealand's house the whole time to not be disturbed, because we are sharing information. And where we are sharing information, we kind of have to be sensitive to the information that we are sharing. so that the world doesn't find itself so much in pain, so much in disruption, so much in wars, when everyone plays a very important part, right? And that's where we are at today with our AWOKH passion, with all that I have to say. We will discuss a little bit more on leading the generation the next month. We will also discuss a little bit more 2024 with me, RIBEA, ELISE. Paris Olympic teams, get your meetings in the right houses. The meetings now are directed to countries that are in poverty, that have to have their businesses right. Every funding that was funded through to the Olympics are funded for countries that are in poverty. It's not funded to make Bill Gates further a billionaire now. My mama Anna Philander always used to say Bill Gates is a boyfriend, meaning that the process ends rightly in line with the international Mama Anna Philander, Mama Universum, that are international, the completeness of every country, the completeness of every people, and therefore every country should be acknowledged in all its offices, in all its processes, in all that sports today acknowledges when we are introducing sports to the international world, right? So therefore, the Paris Olympics teams also makes their way to have meetings in line with the 1+1 office that acknowledges every part of the international world. And that is it, everyone. And we want all of the countries to attend those sports events, all of those countries to attend those meetings, all of the countries to build offices in line with what countries are having to have in this day and in this year that we find ourselves at. That is it, everyone, for our passion today. I know I always say a lot. Stay tuned, enjoy the journey. That's where we are at with passioning with me, RIBEA.